So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Please move it. Alright, hi, Martha here, and you hear that? It's the ocean. So I finished watching Moana 2 after, how long ago did this movie come out? Back in November? Trying to remember. At least as I've been avoiding trying to watch this movie for who knows how long, because people keep on telling me it wasn't that good. Okay, November, yeah, I was right. I wanted to wait until it came out on Disney Plus. Then I wanted to watch so many other things for you guys. So I finally got around to watch this. And if I was to scoring this just on the animation, I would say it was a 9 out of 10. Because there is one part where this movie, if you muted it, because you can watch a whole entire movie without sound if you wanted to, and still enjoy it most of the time. But when they get to the part where we fight those Kakamora guys, the little coconut people, there is this weird thing that looks like something. Oh yeah, SpongeBob, and it made a goat sound. Looking at that thing looked terrible, so that's one of the few things in here that I would totally love for them to take out, and I wish that's what they did. I wish they would take that part out, because that part was annoying, especially when they made the goat sound. Now, that was one of the jokes I can't stand. I hate when they do that with the goat. Like, I can't believe that's still being referenced in movies. Okay? I just still can't, and it's not even from a goat. And the fact that they keep on trying to turn Maui into the freaking genie from Aladdin. I mean, Robin Williams. They keep on trying to turn him into that. Because one of those dumb jokes is about, it has to do with butt dialing. And that's not something that he would do. Because all those times that he referenced actors in Aladdin that were now around. And nobody got mad at him for it that I know of. And because... But here, him talking about something that will be referenced now for people who have back pockets. So, yeah. So, like I said, the animation in this movie is really good. Let's get started on the story and start saying where the problems are, because remember, no movie's perfect. Every movie has their problems, even ones that are 10 out of 10s, they have problems. So, the fact that this movie was technically supposed to be a TV show at first, but then it got made into a movie. Because first, The Rock and the lady who plays Maui, who is, plays Moana, how you say her name? The fact that her name is not even on here on the first parts of the cast is ridiculous. Yue Kolalo. Yeah, they should definitely make sure that your main actress is at the top of the build, not your somewhat of a villain. Which is, said, since this movie technically has two villains. Matani, okay. So, yep. Basically, what's going on in this movie is that Moana is trying to find a bunch of... Going to go explore the other islands and see what she can find and bring it back home. And also try to find other people. But the fact is... there is no other people. The wind god, or storm god, wants to make sure that doesn't happen. And so I guess, I don't know, some type of animal goddess named Matani tries to stop Maui from well, she doesn't really have anything to do because she's in the same exact position that he is, he gets eaten by a giant clam that way, and that's so he's trying to get out during the whole entire movie. The fact that they have those two separate as long as they do in the movie, it's really weird. I guess they wanted to create conflict somehow, where he relies on Moana. For a while, he's no longer, like, I know at the very end he loses his godhood because he loses all his tattoos, which the fact that his tattoos are attached to his hook, without his hook he's basically nothing, which is, that doesn't make any sense. The fact that he has tattoos when he was on that island in the first movie was weird. Because the fact that once he lost his hook in this movie, his tattoos went bye-bye. And the first time we meet him in the first movie, he has his tattoos still. So that was a plot hole right there. I mean, I know they wanted to make it where Maui looks vulnerable by taking away his tattoos and his hook, but make him look like a normal human. But that's what one thing about when they make these sequels, because they forget the first movie exists sometimes, because they forget plots details from the first one. Because the same thing can happen with Ralph breaks the internet. What was the first thing that happens in that movie? When Ralph says, I need you to leave, what's going to happen with the game? He says, I will cover for you. Like, that's the whole entire plot of the first movie right there, Ralph. You can't just leave without people who are at the arcade not knowing what's going on. It's lucky that they don't get lose the game in the second one. So yeah, the same thing happens here. Without his tattoos, you break the plot of the first game, the first movie. So yeah, I just wanted to add that. I just think they just want to make where Moana has urgency in this because they make her a god by the end of this movie. Spoilers. But that's what her point of view is, to talk about spoilers, unless you do want to do a spoiler-free review. Yeah, so she comes home after she finds pottery from one of her islands, where Pua and Hey were with her, and we meet her little sister, which, yes, is pretty cute, but she's just basically a younger version of Moana. And then there's people who want to be three little girls who want to be just like her. I think the characters who come with her were technically in the first movie. There's background characters that we saw, because I could have sworn the old man was the one that yelled at her and saying that we should cook the chicken, or Pua in it, the farmer guy. And I could have sworn the art guy was in the movie too, but I'm not sure about the shipbuilder lady. But the real thing is, these characters should not have gone with her in the first place. Yes, I get they wanted to have her have like more people to talk to besides just the pig and the chicken during this movie, but by making her have more characters to bounce off of. But these characters really didn't do much. Only two of them really had points. Then that was the shipbuilder and the art guy, because the art guy was the one who interpreted what the coconuts were saying and figuring out what was going on with out there. And the fact that we got to meet one of the background ghost characters who was some type of whale. I'm not sure, because I'm not very I just know it's a whale, because it's not really clear what type of whale that her ancestor is. The one was in the first movie that was in the song, but now he is actually a character. And it's not just his grandma who turns into a sea animal when she dies. All of them do. So, and here we thought it was just her uniquely for her grandma. Nope, all of them transformed into sea animals. So it's basically this reincarnation, if you think about it. So Moana needs to find more islands and figure out where more people are. So she also gets to be the leader of the chief at the beginning of the movie, I guess, by the looks of it, because she gets a new name. Yet, but they still call her a princess, and yet Moana says, "I'm not a princess." Like, yes, you are. Like, the fact that Maui does the whole entire break of the fourth wall joke by having the tattoo look right at us with that and say, like, yeah, we know, we see you. Like, okay. Are you, like, talking to me? You talking to me? I'm the only one here. You want talking to me? You silly movie. And so they go and get inside the clam, and the crew find Maui first, and they all freak out, especially the art guy, and try to help him get him free. And he does basically gets him free so he can and Moana ends up meeting the more of a villain. I count her more of a villain than the dumb storm, okay? And that is Matani. And it's nice to see a villain song after all these years happen again. Like, 'cause since Disney's so, I know we had and wish we did have a villain song, but I just hopefully they continue this, making sure we have villain songs every single Disney movie when in their musicals. Okay, you gotta do that, because when they're trying to switch it back during these past two movies where they're not twist villains, because we have been complaining about it for too long. So technically there's still somewhat of a twist villain in here, because we don't get to see the villain in this movie except it's a storm god until the end credits. Somewhat so, they hinted, Maui brings up the fact that we missed the lava goddess. Like, yeah, of course we do. And so Maui, when after the song happens, was pretty good. I think the two songs are the best out of these two, which I understand why he did not write the songs in this one, because he was busy doing Mufasa's songs. I totally understand that. He can't write two different songs, write two movies for two different movies. That's too much work for one person. A lot of these songs on here are just basically the first ones again, from the first movie again, but just different words. Because I can definitely see similarities to them. But I would say TT's song and Maui's songs are the ones who's the best, because the way he uses it to encourage her, just like he did with "You're Welcome," except he's tricking her in that one, not encouraging her, trying to make her bite back. And the fact that the Bat Lady is just basically trying to tell her to help me get out of here so I can be free, because that's where she's not really just a villain. She just wants to get out of the clam so she can be free, because she's basically just a prisoner to the storm god. Now, I don't know that much about this type of culture. So, are these even real gods in Philippines gods or Hawaiian gods? I know Maui is, but I don't know about the other ones that the other ones they have showed in here. Let me know. Are these just ones that Disney made up because they don't want to bother looking up real ones to pull from your guys' culture? And so once he finds Moana, and once Maui and Moana like reunite with each other, she ends up finding out the truth that basically for them to find the island that they're looking for, because they're looking for an island. I forgot to mention that. They're looking for an island so they can find out where all the people went on the other islands. Since Moana has not been able to find anybody, so they're trying to find an island. And so Maui tells them, in order to find the island that you're looking for, you have to swim down and touch it. So it's literally impossible. I have to get it out like I usually do for you guys. I had to like use my fish hook and make an island appear, because so you guys are literally gonna die from drowning. So that's what the plan is, that they have to literally fight the storm while he is trying to use his fish hook to get the island out. And Maui ends up getting hit by lightning and zapped his tattoos, weighing like, and it's up to Moana to go and get, since he's knocked out basically, and no longer has his powers. And so Moana gets down there and she basically drowns after she gets struck by lightning. And Maui goes down there to save her and tries to basically revive her without using CPR, because since CPR doesn't work yet. So what does her ancestors and her grandma decide to do is to make her a god and give her own sets of tattoos and have her aura be her way of using her magic, just like Maui's is basically his way of transforming to different animals. Because she was already a god technically in the first movie, since she was able to control the water. So that's her power. She's basically a sea goddess. They made Moana, and so they both him and Maui both work together into lifting the island, and then people start showing up. And then Maui goes and meets Moana's little sister and gives her a way to like see her see that her sister's coming back, and the movie ends with them like celebrating. But then I guess they're like having a little, then the Bat Lady gets out of there with the Wind Goddess there, and they're like having to like team up. She like says, "Can I be free?" Basically, I didn't mean to tell Moana what happened, at least them, but I just want to be free. And like they're gonna team up. Then Tamatoa shows up there, and he the Wind God takes away his clams. So yeah, that's basically how the movie ends. I would probably give this movie like 6 out of 10, because I have to give it somewhat of a good score because of the animation. But there was too many bad jokes in this. There's a lot of bad jokes in this movie, and like I said, I found like a very big plot hole right away when they took away his tattoos. A very, very big plot hole, because the fact that he shouldn't have his tattoos when Moana found him. Because since he lost his hook, and when he lost his hook, they took away his godhood. So yeah, he still has tattoos. And also there was 2 jokes that I did not like. And the fact that most of this movie should have, I don't know, maybe should have remained a TV show. But the fact that it made as much as money it did, because I know this movie made like over $1 billion, I think. Let me look at the box office of this movie. Then we'll start talking about the directors. So, and it looks like they don't even want to bother to show me the budget. Great. So how am I supposed to know if this movie made its budget back? If I don't know how much this movie was to make. Alright, so budget was $150 million. And the box office was $1.59 billion. So I thought it was $1 billion. And this movie came out November 21st. I went to other places, I guess everywhere else. It came to us November 27th of last year. So we got like 3 different directors, since this, like I said, this was originally supposed to be a TV show. So I guess the ones that they made, there's 3 different episodes put together basically. So we have David Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, Diana Bence Miller, screen by Jared Bush, and screenplay, okay. Story by Derek Smith, produced by Christian Self, and it'll be or starring Mike Cavos, Dwayne Johnson, and Arba Failer, who plays the Bat Lady. Okay, what am I, that's basically it. So you guys enjoy this. So like I said, this was a 6 out of 10. And I'll see you guys later. Like, and subscribe, and let me know what movie you want me to do next. Otherwise, I will pick. So, bye-bye. And I might be doing merch. I need to figure out a way to get Photoshop first, so I can get rid of the colors on my pictures that I do for my book reviews, so I can make those part of the merch. So it might take a while. So, bye-bye.